got away from you guys in that fourth quarter? Obviously, Jazz got hot, but what were some things that kind of went away from you guys?
Oh, I think we turning the ball over. I think they came out and turned the pressure up. And then we ended up just turning the basketball over too many times for transition baskets, easy baskets, a couple times off of a free throw. They get back, they get a knockdown three in the corner. So again, our just ability to take care of the basketball, 18 turnovers for 24 points is too much, to rally back from in these games.
You guys were down 18 early, came back tied it there in the third quarter. What were you guys doing well to kind of get yourselves back in the game?
Well, we understood it was the defensive end of the floor. I think you talk about that 16-point second quarter, our ability to sit down and guard. It created some of our offense to be able to push the ball on the break, get out and get some easy baskets at the rim. Again, we talked about sharing the basketball, but, shots didn't fall necessarily tonight. But again, our ability to take care of the basketball is where we're going to have to continue to improve.
Wendell had another nice performance.
Well, I think he got his aggression up as the game went on. He missed a couple chippies at the rim, but then later on he started getting himself going, looking to attack more, put some pressure on the rim. That's what we continue to talk about with our guys, putting pressure on that rim. And then if that's not there, then you spray it out, looking for the perimeter.
Anything else here? Go ahead, George.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Coach, what did you see with Jalen? How is his, how is he dealing with the Achilles? And when he has stretches like he did there with, coming up with 2 or 3 steals right in a row, just how much can he impact the ball pressure and the defensive end of the floor for your team?
I thought he was tremendous defensively in those patches. He got us back in with his defensive effort, couple of steals, aggression on the basketball, finding guys, pushing the pace in transition off of those steals. I thought that was really, really good of him. Again, so those are the things that we can continue to look forward for, the heat on the basketball and then just creating offense through our defense.
Christos Saltas, Greece.
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well. What did you see about the partnership of Wendell and Cole Anthony? What did you like most about that partnership on tonight's game, especially?
Well, I liked Wendell's physicality. Again, I talked about him being able to get to the rim and put pressure on the rim, and then, stepping out and knock down a shot. But again, his physicality, we talk about some switching situations defensively where he can sit down and guard 1 through 5. Those are the things that, we continue to look for him in those situations.
Kobe Price, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Jamahl, defensively, what were you seeing in the second half from your team that led to the Jazz, I believe, making 10 of 18 threes in the final 2 quarters?
Turnovers. I really think that, they got out. We let go of it a little bit, 18 turnovers for easy baskets. And now when you're, turning the ball over out in transition, now you're flying around, scrambling and getting into the game that they want to play, which is that drive and kick game when you're not fully matched up.
Anything else for Coach Mosley? Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
They got a lot of threes up. That's the kind of team they are. We did a really good job of that in the first half. We kind of got away from it and, helping each other on the crackdown. So we were so focused on taking away the 3 that, as a Buki got like 3 or 4 lobs in a row, and that kind of got them going. And they started feeling good. They started, making more shots and things like that. So, it was a gray area. We wanted to take away the 3, but at the same time, we got to know like when we got to crack down and get them off the glass and things like that.
How big of an issue with the turnovers?
Oh, yeah, it was a big. I think we had 18, 19 turnovers for like 25 points. I was a part of that a little bit. I think I had like 4 or 5, like very, very uncaused, unforced turnovers. I got to do a better job of that for sure. Sometimes we get a little bit sped up. It's I'm really speaking for myself right now. The 4 or 5 that I had, they were all unforced, like I said. So, I got to do a better job of, leading us in that direction of, taking care of the ball, especially when it mattered down the stretch.
When you and Bamba are playing well together, what are the key things?
We just read each other. We both can pop. We both can shoot really well. We both can roll. So, that's one thing that, I never, had until I got to Orlando, playing with another big. So, whenever he pops, I know I got to dive. Whenever he rolls, I know that I can, space the floor a little bit. So, that's just something that, comes with repetition. We'll get a lot better at, and I think we're trending in the right direction.
Did you feel intensity was different in the fourth quarter than the first 3?
Absolutely. It's a good team. They're a playoff team. That's what teams do. Third and fourth quarters are where they come and they play, the basketball that's necessary to win. And they did that tonight, and we just didn't respond well at all.
You guys need to do to make that happen in the fourth quarter, help even, and then, going for the win.
Turnovers played a huge part, especially down the stretch. We can't turn the ball over, especially live ball turnovers. I feel like we got to do a little bit better job of that. And just having each other's back. Sometimes, including myself throughout the game, I got caught up in my own stuff, but I caught myself in those times and understood that I got to be there for my brothers, my teammates. So I think if we can do a better job of that down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter, where it was a very winnable game, I think we'll have a much better chance of winning games. Because I feel like we're a team that's going to be in those situations a lot, and I feel like it was just a good learning experience for us. So I think we just move forward from here.
George, go ahead.
Christos Saltis, Sport DNA Greece.
Hey, Wendell, hope you're doing well. What kind of
Good.
progress you see in your game so far in the season? How comfortable you feel on your role in the team?
I feel my role is just being a leader. I'm one of the older guys, at least in the starting unit. And I feel like, my role on this team is just to, do what I do in terms of basketball wise, but also being able to lead the team. I've been in this situation before where it was a fairly young team and everybody's trying to figure out, their identity in this league. And I feel like, we all came from before the NBA, we all came from winning cultures. So, I feel like something that I can help this team do is kind of bring that culture that they had, wherever they came from, they all were winning. So, it's kind of tough. We've lost a lot of games this year, but, one thing I can say is that, I feel like we're trending in the right direction to where, when we get, certain guys back from injuries and, we get that swagger that I feel like a lot of these good teams have, I think we'll be very successful. But, I definitely feel like it's a process, and I feel like we're all kind of bought into it.
Kobe Price, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Wendell, how important is it for you guys as a young team to be able to play these back-to-back games against some of the upper echelon teams in the league?
You see where you stand. Tonight, great test for us. Tomorrow, quick turnaround. I believe they're number one in the West right now. Number one. It's a good test for us. We can see where we stand as a unit and individually. CP3 tomorrow is going to be, a handful. DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Devin Booker. So, it's just a test. Test individually and then test as a team. And I feel like, if we all just go out there and take on that challenge, smartly, do it the right way, I feel like, we can beat any team in this league, as long as we do it the right way and we just there for one another. So I feel like this is just a great test for us and, just to see where we stand as individuals and as a team.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Wendell, kind of along the lines of what Kobe was saying, when you're playing some of these top teams in the league, whether it be the Suns tomorrow, Jazz tonight, just how critical is it to not give up, any second chance points, turnovers, just give these upper echelon teams extra chances?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. They had a lot of offensive boards tonight. The turnovers costed us a lot, especially down the stretch, the live ball turnovers. That's just something that we can go back and look at. That's something that we can correct as a team. And like I said, it's a good challenge for us to go against these upper echelon teams. And as for us to make those mistakes, especially with us being such a young group, we're able to play through those mistakes, so we can actually see like, okay, when we go back and watch film, like, okay, we should have made a better pass right here. We should have slowed down a little bit right here. Learning a little bit better of clock management, not fouling in certain situations, making sure we get certain guys off the boards. Like, that's something that we all can fix. So I feel like, for us to go through those situations as a young group, we kind of see where we stand in this league. So I think it's a good thing. I look at the positive out of it for sure.
Thank you, Wendell.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty much just a synopsis of the whole entire game. We turned the ball over way too much. And against a team like the Jazz, they'll make you pay for it because they shoot threes in bunches. There was a few instances where I think I could have helped a little bit more, where I could have just switched up when it was me and Dell on the pick and roll. But we just need to do better as far as just like cleaning up the silly turnovers.
When you and Wendell are playing well together, what are the key things that are allowing you to drive together?
I think spacing. It's all about spacing. I think me and Dell, when we play well together, it's like a lever and a pulley. It's just the spacing on it. When I know he's rolling to the rim, I just got to space out and continue to try to knock down that three ball. And I know whenever he spaces out, that's my chance to go crash and go, be around the rim as much as possible. We talk about it before every game, just being mindful of each other.
What makes it so difficult to guard the Jazz when they're in that pick and roll and they're starting to hit threes and they've got people rolling for the alley?
It's their ability to skip the ball to the other side of the floor. And they're just so unselfish with each other. Donovan Mitchell, to me, he's one of my favorite players to watch because like he can score in bunches, but he's also looking to get his teammates involved as much as possible. And at times it's hard to be a rim protector because, they're coming downhill at you. You want to go block the shot, but you have, the big that's rolling down a little delayed. But I wish we can play them again so we can kind of show that this is something that we worked on. But we'll see him again in the finals next year.
George.
Yep. Questions from Bamba. Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Mo, you get another top team in the league tomorrow, going to Phoenix. What are some of the keys against the Suns team? Some of the things you'd like to see your unit translate to tomorrow?
Yeah, I think tomorrow we got a great opportunity to play against one of, if not the best team in the league. I watched them a lot because they got a lot of TV games and just watching Chris Paul. And I think we're going to see a lot of the same things that we saw today, as far as just like pick and roll defense. They shoot a lot more mid-range shots between Booker and Chris Paul, but they're really good at reading the role and skipping the ball over whenever whenever that backline defender is in protection or whenever he's tagging. But tomorrow's going to be a great opportunity to go out there and show that we're building something here.
Anything else for Mo? Thanks, Mo.